Hey, what's up guys? Sniper Nick here, and today I'm going to go over a quick breakdown of our morning watch list for tomorrow, Wednesday, September 25th. So let's go ahead and let's dive right in. So what we're looking at here is our chat room. And what we like to do, me, Mike, and Al, is at the end of each day, after the market is closed down, we sit back and we look at the hot stocks and the stocks that have potential for the next morning, and we create a list, and then we set down a description for each one of these stocks to talk about if they do line up, the potential they could have, and what we want to see them do to give us the results we're looking for. So let's check it out. Let's dive in. So here is the watch list we just posted in the chat. Hey, Sniper's watch list is out for tomorrow. And bam, here is the watch list. See, we're not in any positions overnight, so we're just looking at morning stocks. We're gonna go in tomorrow with a fresh mindset, and we'll be able to see not only the hot stocks that came out with news overnight, but we have these group of stocks ready to go tomorrow. And let's give a quick breakdown of each one. GHSI, the top one. It's a listed multi-month breakout that broke out during Power Hour today. It broke out that multi-month resistance during Power Hour. So we're watching for potential continuation. We stayed away, but we're watching for potential continuation. When we see a stock breaking out a multi-month resistance and holding this breakout into the PM, we zone in on this. That's when we clean off the scope and we really start to stare in on this. And then we have a checklist full of, I guess you could call them the sniper checklist. We have a checklist of different catalysts that have to match up. And so after being in the chat for a little bit, it gets easier to spot the pattern, sit back and spot the chart. However, the more you're in it, the better you're gonna get at being able to find the catalyst and just being quicker on being able to analyze your checklist after you find the pattern. And for day trading, that's one of the things that can give you an edge. So that's why this is also key. This gives you the description to get ahead. So let's go ahead and dive into GHSI. Let's look at the chart. So GHSI, we missed the initial Power Hour breakout, so we stayed away. However, it did hold a new support of 77 up here. It closed right around highs, not at the high, but right off 80s. And 79 is actually that multi-month breakout. So nice to see that it's over that multi-month breakout like we're saying. So we're going to keep it on the radar since it stayed over that breakout into the close, and it looks like after hours it's up a little bit. So let's see what happens. It is 3 straight green days. That's another reason why we stayed away. It's not overextended yet, but those 3 straight green days coming from 40 cents, it's up over 100% in those 4 days. So we'll be watching this. If it gets a panic dip, if this dips deep enough in the morning, we'll keep an eye here, because again, it is up from 40 cents back 4 days ago, and now it's at 80. Alright, so let's check out the next stock. So that's good. GHSI, like we said, the faster the dip, the quicker the bounce could be. It does get that dip. The next two, it's 2 sub-penny plays. So these plays have actually been pretty hot lately, the sub-penny plays. And we have IMTL and HIPH. These 2 sub-penny plays, they showed bounces, their first green day potential today. However, these ones, they couldn't close at their highs. They end up both dipping at the end of the day. So we'll still keep an eye on these to see if they'll be able to get back to their highs tomorrow morning. These sub-penny plays have been hot for continuation days, so for that second green day. So we'll keep an eye. As you see, IMTL, it says we're looking for it to break that 0037 high, and HIPH, we're looking for it to get over the mid-9s to get back into penny land. Let's check out each one. This is the 1 year for HIPH with this one pop, and however, it closed off the high, so we're gonna just watch it for now. And the same one here, IMTL again, just beat up, and on the sub pennies. Now this is actually the second green day. This first green day didn't do much. However, nice continuation here, and actually finally having its first big range. So let's see. This one again closed off its highs. It closed weak. They're riskier, so higher risk, but high reward once you sit down and watch how these trade. All right, so those are the next 2 on the watch list. Those are the 3 we got so far. We got 2 other first green days, but they're listed, and these are NBEV and NXTD. Listed first greens. NBev had news of being approved to sell their CBD in Japan. So just some fluff news. NXTD, a similar long-term downtrend. And this one actually didn't have any news, but it had a pop in the morning, it held, and then it had a breakout during power hour. And those power hour breakouts have been pretty hot lately, especially if they line up with one of those patterns that we follow. So this one ended up yielding 13%, nice gain. So we'll keep an eye on both those. NBev, we're keeping an eye on to see if we would want to get into this late day dip. However, the volume just wasn't good enough power hour here, this last hour, for us to really entertain it. It did create that 315 or 318 support. So let's see what can happen. Got that 339 resistance. That's a little bit of a trading range now. Let's see what can happen. And again, guys, these are just the prep. These are just the watch list. This is just to get prepped. So as you can see, it takes some effort to day trade. It takes some effort to being able to make money consistently in this market. And what's nice about us is, this is like writing a book. Do this research 2 hours, 3 hours every night to get this out. And so you don't have to do that. You can be passive because we're all doing this full time now. So anyway, let's go into the next one. BILZF. Let's check this out. So BILZF, this is an interesting one. This is actually Dan Bilzerian's. He's an Instagram star. He's also a billionaire, and he just hangs out with chicks all day. That's all he does. And so this is actually his penny stock. Got rich from poker, supposedly. So we should have known that there could be definitely some pumping that was going to happen here. And it actually happened this last day, yesterday, when the volume started. As you can see, no volume on the long-term chart. However, volume finally picks up. They get some news saying that the Ignite, so this is his brand Ignite. If you follow him on Instagram, or they have an Instagram page, Ignite Instagram. You guys would probably love the page, check it out. As you can see, it says they joined the OTCQX, the best market in the United States. It's just some fluff that they got. Yesterday, it got some light volume. It was super spread. However, it closed at the high. So something nice that is something that we look for when we look for first green days. And then as you can see how this first green day, closing at its high, gets a pop the next morning. It closed nicely. It was already up a good amount this day. I think it was up about 40%. And then holding that 40% gains into the close. It gets that pop in the morning after the first green day. Very nice continuation. It holds this pop, this $2 mark for 5 minutes. But this is what I wanted to show. This is what I want to expose about this stock. And this is the OTC market at its finest, the ideal situation, which it's not a surprise to see it. It happens, and this happens like over and over again. It's definitely going to happen again. Check this stock out. It goes from 140 close to end up going to $4 the next morning by 9:42. So that just shows a huge potential. And I just really wanted to point that out on the watch list. Now it's kind of dead. We're not really looking to play it. However, if it does get a panic, maybe we'll look to dip buy off of its highs of 4s. If you think about that, it came all the way there. Or if it slowly grinds, it grinds. We want it to grind for a couple of days now that it's made this big move. But the volatility just is gonna keep us excited about this and keep us watching this. And it is. He so happens to open up an account in the OTC world, which is the wild, wild west. Pretty much anyone can do it. And lastly, guys, to wrap it up, we always do the plays that are still relevant from the previous watch list, and that's Pura. Really, Pura is only relevant for this one again, another panic dip buy. As you can see, it had its panic finally, and this one had a nice run up, a consistent 4-day run up, and then finally gets its crack. It actually was continuing today, and it finally got its crack. Couldn't get past this resistance, fell perfectly off of it. Shorts won very nicely. However, check this out. When it finally bottoms out on that panic dip buy, you get a 20-25% bounce. So look for that. Now we're looking for this again. This has already showed its weakness, its crack. We're only looking to go long now if this thing gets us another panic, and ideally it happens in the morning. And then lastly, guys, Z-Mark from yesterday. We got out, no harm here. However, let's check this out. It got that morning dip and it held, and now it's coming back towards 649. So watch that spot for tomorrow. We'll be in the chat room tomorrow, guys. Thanks for watching tonight. See you guys tomorrow, and excited to get back to the grind. Let's do it.